Have you ever logged into a Zoom meeting 3 minutes early, suddenly realized it is just you and the big boss staring at each other in total silence? Your heart starts racing, you look at your phone pretending to be busy, and you pray for someone else to join. It is painful.
Oh, that is the classic pre-meeting panic. Believe me, Jordan, even native speakers get sweaty palms in that situation. It is the dreaded awkward silence.
Welcome to Hero English, the workplace survival series where you can learn how to speak like a pro and work like a hero.
In this episode, you are going to learn how to break that ice confidently. By the end, you will have 3 go-to questions that work with anyone, from your intern to your CEO.
I have a mission for you in our first dialogue. Listen to Tom. He enters a quiet room with Anna. Listen closely. He does not start talking about work immediately. Find the specific topic he uses to warm up the conversation.
That sounds like a lifesaver. Let's hear it. Let's start.
Morning, Anna. Looks like we are the early birds today.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, I wanted to set up the projector before the client arrives. Usually the HDMI cable gives me a headache.
Tell me about it. Technology is great until it isn't. How's your week going so far? I know you've been busy with the Q3 reports.
It's actually been frantic. I was here until 8 last night. But at least the coffee machine is working today. How about you? How are things over in sales?
Same old, same old. We are just trying to close the delta before end of month. Actually, speaking of the client, did you see the email they sent this morning about the agenda change?
I saw the subject line, but haven't opened it yet. Is it bad news?
Not bad, just different. We might need to skip the budget slide. Oh, here comes the rest of the team.
Did you catch how relaxed Tom sounded? He used a great phrase right at the start. He said, "Looks like we are the early birds."
I have heard that before. Like the early bird catches the worm, right? But Riley, can I just say, you are early.
You can, but saying you are early can sound a little bit accusatory, like they made a mistake arriving now. Saying we are the early birds turns it into a shared experience. It builds a connection immediately.
I see. It puts us on the same team. I also liked how Anna complained about technology. And Tom said, tell me about it.
Exactly. That is a key phrase. Tell me about it does not mean give me more details. It actually means I agree completely because I have experienced that too. It shows deep empathy in just 4 words.
So if my boss says, the traffic was terrible today, I can say, tell me about it.
Perfect usage. Finally, notice how Tom transitioned to work. He used the phrase, speaking of. He said, speaking of the client. This is a smooth bridge from small talk to business.
Okay, Riley, the hardest part for me is asking that first question. I never know what to ask without being too personal.
That is a common fear. You need a safe, open-ended question. Our hero phrase for today is exactly what Tom used. How is your week going so far?
I love that. It is simple. How is your week going so far?
Right. It is perfect because it allows the other person to talk about work or their personal life. They can choose. Let's look at 3 variations. First, if you are talking upward to a manager, you might make it more specific to their work. How are things going with the new project?
Okay, so focus on the work for the boss. What about a colleague I don't know well?
Keeping busy this week? This is very low pressure. And for a work friend, you can go casual. Any plans for the weekend yet?
Got it. Let me practice the main one. I am going to say it slowly for everyone listening to shadow. How is your week going so far? How is your week going so far?
Now, for our advanced listeners, let's expand your toolkit. Small talk isn't just about starting, it's about flow. A great phrase is to break the ice.
Break the ice. That means getting past that initial awkwardness, right?
Exactly. For example, you can start with a joke to break the ice. Next is a collocation, awkward silence. This is what we talked about in the intro. You want to avoid awkward silences.
My life is one big awkward silence sometimes.
And finally, when you need to end the small talk because the meeting is starting, you use the phrase, get the ball rolling. For example, okay, everyone, let's get the ball rolling on this project.
I use that in emails too. Let's get the ball rolling. Very useful.
Riley, I have an honest question. In my culture, if we have a meeting, we just start the meeting. Why do English speakers spend 5 minutes talking about the weather or traffic? Is it just wasting time?
That is such a good observation, Jordan. In many cultures, efficiency is the highest form of respect. But in the US, UK, and Australia, small talk is not seen as wasting time. It is seen as relationship building.
So it is like a trust exercise?
Exactly. We call it the grease for the engine. Without that little bit of social lubrication, the business conversation can feel cold or aggressive. If I jump straight to, where is the report? You might think I am angry.
Wow, that explains a lot. I once had a British manager who asked me about my cat for 10 minutes before firing me. It was very confusing.
That is extreme. But yes, we soften the entry into business. So never skip the small talk. It is part of the work.
I really want to master that transition Tom used, but when they were talking, it went so fast I almost missed the moment he switched topics.
The rhythm is key. We are going to play the dialogue again, but slower. I want you to listen to the pause Tom takes before he says, speaking of. That pause signals his brain is switching gears.
Morning, Anna. Looks like we are the early birds today. Hey, Tom. Yeah, I wanted to set up the projector before the client arrives. Usually, the HDMI cable gives me a headache. Tell me about it. Technology is great until it isn't. How is your week going so far? I know you have been busy with the Q3 reports. It's actually been frantic. I was here until 8 last night, but at least the coffee machine is working today. How about you? How are things over in sales? Oh, you know. Same old, same old. We are just trying to close the delta before end of month. Actually, speaking of the client, did you see the email they sent this morning about the agenda change?
We have a great question from Kenji in Tokyo. He asks, Jordan, sometimes I try to make small talk, but the other person just says, fine, or yes, and looks away. What should I do? It is so awkward.
Oh, the one-word answer. That is tough. Kenji, the problem here is usually timing. Maybe they are stressed or reading an urgent email.
do not keep pushing.
So I shouldn't try to force them to talk?
No. If you ask 2 questions and get short answers, you need a polite exit phrase. You can say, "Well, I'll let you get ready for the meeting." And then you can be silent comfortably.
That is great. So try twice, then use the exit phrase, "I'll let you get ready." Simple and respectful.
Time to test your skills. I am going to role play a situation, and I want you, the listener, to respond out loud using the hero phrase. Ready? Scenario 1. We are in the elevator. It is Monday morning. I say, "Good morning." You say,
How was your week starting off?
"Nice variation." Scenario 2. I am your manager, and we are waiting for a Zoom call to connect. I say, "Hi there. Thanks for joining on time." You say,
No problem. How's your week going so far?
"Perfect. See, it works everywhere." One last one. Scenario 3. Your colleague looks tired. I say, "Man, I need another coffee." You say,
You guys nailed it today. Remember, silence doesn't have to be scary. It is just an opportunity to build a bridge.
Exactly. Your homework for today is simple. Use the phrase, "How is your week going so far?" with 3 different people. It could be a colleague, a barista, or a client.
Let us know in the comments if it started a good conversation. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with that coworker who is too shy to speak up. See you in the next episode. Before we go, I have to share my most embarrassing small talk moment. I once asked a colleague, "So, any fun plans for the weekend?" And she looked at me dead in the eye and said, "I'm going to my grandfather's funeral."
"Oh no!" Jordan, that is terrible. What did you do?
I panicked. I just said, "Oh, well, have a good time." I wanted the floor to open up and swallow me whole. I avoided her for a month.
The lesson here is sometimes small talk goes wrong and you just have to forgive yourself and move on. Thanks for listening, everyone.